Hello, I'm former Congressman Joe DioGuardi, the president of the Albanian American Civic League, and I'm here standing in Tirana, the capital of Albania. This is my 7th trip here, and let me now thank the members of the Albanian American Civic League and the board members of the league for making these many trips possible, certainly this trip today. I'm here with a delegation representing 3 congressional committees: the Armed Services Committee of the United States Congress, the House of Representatives, the Committee on Unconventional Warfare and Terrorism, and the Foreign Affairs Committee. We've come here on a fact-finding mission. We're going to be meeting with the President of Albania, Dr. Sali Berisha. We're going to be meeting with the President of the Parliament of Albania, Pieter Abnori. We're going to meet with the people representing the Defense Ministry and the military advisor to the President, Colonel Adem Chirpani. It is important that we get the information we need to convince the United States Congress to help Dr. Berisha, because he's asked us to do this, to make a good case so that Albania becomes a full member of NATO as soon as possible, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It's important for Albania to be able to be secure, militarily secure, in this part of the world because of the problems that we see in Bosnia, and because of its economic problems, it needs help. As a full member of NATO, there will be many advantages not only to Albania, but for the geopolitical peace and stability of this region in the Balkans. We're also going tomorrow to Macedonia. We'll be meeting with leaders of the government, with President Gligorov, because we want to make the case that the 1 million Albanians in Macedonia deserve full national rights and equal recognition with all the other members of that multi-ethnic state. And specifically, we're going to talk about the census that must be conducted right away. We'll also be seeing a rally that we'll have here in Skanderbeg Square. There are many things that you're going to see that I think you'll be happy with. Please continue to support my efforts and the Albanian American Civic League. Thomas Jefferson said that information is the currency of democracy, so this is in the highest tradition of America. Please help us continue to get the information to Congress and the rest of the world about the Albanian nation of 7 million people, a divided nation here in the Balkans that needs to be better understood and needs the help of the United States of America. Thank you.
Televizioni shqiptare interesohet kur mbritet në Shqipëri?
First, let me say how happy I am to be in Albania for the 7th time. I came here first with Congressman Tom Lantos in 1990 to try to open the doors of Albania because I felt it was important that our motherland, Shqipëria, be democratic and strong so that we can then have a foundation to help the Albanian nation in Kosovo, the Albanians in Macedonia, and the Albanians in Montenegro, and that's what I am continuing to do. I'm proud to be here as an Albanian, but I'm also here as a concerned American, and I'm here as president of the Albanian American Civic League, and I'm happy to have one of our executive committee members and founders, Muslim Kuka, who is here with me on this delegation. And we came here just yesterday to spend 2 days in Albania. We brought the chiefs of staff of 3 congressional offices from the Congress of the United States of America for a fact-finding trip in order to help understand the situation of Albania and tell the American Congress why Albania needs to be a full member of NATO right away. That is the purpose of this trip.
Vizita juaj pra pas ka qeverinë vërtet, domethënë fitimtur të çështës shqiptare, është fjala për angazhimin në struktura ndërkombëtare të Shqipërisë, një nga strukturat që rrit sigurinë dhe mbrojtjen e saj është pra NATO-a. Tjetër pyetje, si e gjykoni zhvillimet e fundit në Balkan? Kam parasysh këtu përpjekjet për planin e paqes, propozimet nga palët shqiptare, si dhe vizitën e Karaçiçit në Afrin.
Okay, well, we're going to spend 2 days in Albania, but tomorrow we leave for Macedonia because it's important to help the 1 million Albanians in Macedonia achieve full national rights in that multi-ethnic state. So we will be meeting with Gligorov on Monday because we want to see a census. We want to see a true count for how many Albanians are in Macedonia so that they can get proportional representation and equality with the Macedonians there. But the Albanians in Macedonia are a big concern. The Albanians in Kosovo are a big concern, and the national security of Albania is a big concern. And the question you ask about peace in the Balkans, I would say this, that the situation right now is very dangerous for Albanians, because we have seen that the European community, that NATO and the United Nations is not doing enough to show Slobodan Milosevic its determination and resolve to fight against aggression. If the plan in Bosnia is to break up Bosnia into 3 ethnic republics or provinces, it is a very dangerous plan and a dangerous precedent for the Albanian people, because it would show that aggressors like Milosevic, Karadzic, are able to draw the borders, new borders, with violence and blood and aggression. This is against Helsinki. This is against all of the UN principles for peace and self-determination, and it should not be agreed to by Izetbegovic. Now, when you mention the trip of Karadzic to Athens, it shows me that we still face a big danger, because I believe it was Mitsotakis who said that Serbia and Greece share a common border. Now, what does that mean? That means that maybe they think that Macedonia should not be recognized as an independent state, and maybe Serbia should take part of Macedonia, Bulgaria should take part of Macedonia, and Greece should take part of Macedonia. That, to me, would not only be wrong, because the world has recognized Macedonia as an independent state, Albania has recognized it, but it would be wrong because then it would create a very big problem for the Albanian people. Then the security of the Albanian nation, the 7 million Albanians in the Balkans, would be even at greater risk. And Albania, as a sovereign state, would be at greater risk, because we don't know if Milosevic then wants to maybe do something with the country of Albania. We already see that Greece is saying that there should be autonomy for the Greeks in the southern part of Albania. What does this mean? It means that the national security of Albania is a big problem. And that is why this trip with the 3 congressional offices here in Albania is very important. Shumar and C. I met with Berisha yesterday and Abnori, and today the congressional delegation is meeting with Adam Chapani and meeting with the general staff. We're going to see the military bases, the Air Force, the helicopter squadron, Endurance to the naval base, to make a report to Congress on how much more weapons and new technology the military of Albania needs, and why it's important to support Albania as a full NATO member right away. Because if we have NATO membership here, then the geopolitics and security of this region will be more secure. Well, that is why I am here, because many of them don't know what to think. They are confused. They don't have enough information. This is such a complicated issue, the Albanian national cause, that they need to know more about Albania and to know more about the Albanians outside of Albania. But right now, what they need to know is that Albania, as a democratic state needs to be strong economically and militarily if it is to be a rock of peace or a foundation for peace in the Balkans. This is the discussion we had with Berisha yesterday, and he agrees 100% that we must make Albania more stable, and we must show Milosevic that Albania has the ability to defend itself so that he will not do something stupid and try to do something against Albania or the Albanians in Kosovo or the Albanians in Macedonia. So the people in Congress now need more information. They are confused. There is too much propaganda from the Serbs and the Greeks, so that we need to get them the truth. Thomas Jefferson, one of the founders of the United States of America, said that information is the currency of democracy. So when you have information, you can have a better democracy. That is true for the United States, and it's true for Albania. So I hope that I can play a role as a proud Albanian and as president of the Albanian American Civic League to bring the facts to the United States Congress so that they support Albania's membership in NATO right away, and that we help Albania upgrade its military forces, because the weapons here are very old. They still have Chinese and Russian planes and boats and tanks. And that is not enough when Milosevic has the most modern equipment. We saw what happened in Bosnia. We don't want to see what happened in Bosnia happen here in Macedonia and Albania. So it's a very good question, and I will continue to work specifically on this issue because President Berisha asked me many months ago. He says, Joe, whatever you do, please lobby the United States Congress and the world, if you can, so that Albania becomes a full member of NATO right away, because it's important for NATO, it's important for Albania, it's important for the peace in the Balkans.